Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
According to CDC in 2014, firearms were the most common method of death by suicide, which accounts for a little less than half, at 49.9% of all suicide death. The next most common methods were suffocation, including hangings, at 26.7% and poisoning at 15.9%. All other methods were reported at 7.5%. If we learn the signs of intention and know how to respond, we have an opportunity to assist 80% of those teens who are contemplating suicide. Suicide threats. People who talk about suicide or call suicide crisis lines are 30 times more likely than average to kill themselves. Suicide threats should be taken seriously. Phrases like, "I'd be better off dead," "I won't be a bother to you much longer," "You'll be better off without me around," are examples of red flags. Suicide threats are not always verbal. Text messages, social networks, and Twitter are all social mediums in which people express their thoughts. Previous suicide attempts. 1 out of 3 suicide deaths is not the individual's first attempt. The risk for completing suicide is more than 100 times greater during the first year after an attempt. Take any instance of deliberate self-harm seriously. Depression. Sudden abrupt changes in personality, expressions of hopelessness and despair, lack of interest in activities once enjoyed, withdrawal from family, friends, and relationships, changing in eating and sleeping habits are all indications of possible depression. If someone you know is putting their affairs in order, saying goodbye to family and friends, giving away prized or favorite possessions, their behaviors are definitely a concern. Other signs include experiencing a recent loss, feelings of loneliness, emotional stress, taking excessive risks, a person that is in serious trouble, and recent separation or divorce of parents. These are all signs of concerns. Remember that these signs do not include all of the signs of suicide. So anytime you notice any behavior that concerns you, whether it's a loved one, a friend, a stranger, or even you, don't be afraid to ask questions and seek help. If you or someone you know is contemplating suicide or is suicidal, suicide prevention is important. Speak up if you are worried. Be sympathetic, offer hope, take the person seriously, and most importantly, listen. Offering hope and support is important if a friend or family member is suicidal. The best way to help is by offering an empathetic, listening ear. Let them know they are not alone and show them that you care. If you are contemplating suicide, please get help. Talk to a friend or a loved one. Think about your mom, brother, sister, friend, or even partner, because you are important just as anyone, and you matter.